Hi there. Join our casual conversations for curious, bewildered, and aspiring midlife cannabis queens. Welcome to the Closet Disco Queen podcast, featuring Queenie and TT. So kick off your platform shoes, sit back, and get ready to laugh and learn all about adult use cannabis without having to ask a 22-year-old. Let's get rolling.
Well, hello, TT.
Hello, Queenie.
We might as well swing into our consumption since we've just both literally just consumed.
We did.
I just mixed up a new beverage enhancer, new to me. I don't know how new it might or might not be to the market, but I bought it last weekend at the 420 celebration. Nanticoke beverage enhancer, high sticks, and it is unflavored. So you can add this to any beverage and it does not alter the taste whatsoever. I just took a sip and I verified that is the truth. No flavor whatsoever. I'm drinking Mandarin seltzer. So I taste nothing other than that. Now, my only complaint, I have to have a complaint, right?
Yes.
Is it's served in kind of like a...
it's like a ketchup packet.
Yeah, about 3 inches long, maybe an inch wide, but it's got 5 doses in it, and it's a powder.
So how are you supposed to
keep it? You've got to rip it.
Oh, you have to keep it. I was going to say too, how are you supposed to measure it out? I guess
how are you supposed to measure it out? But how do you, unless you're banging it out?
Well, you know what? Just fold it over and put a piece of tape on it.
I could do that, or a paper clip or something.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Like, what are you thinking, people?
I don't like it.
Maybe what you could do though, you know what? You could make up a picture of something and just have it in the fridge.
Oh, picture. I thought you wanted me to draw a picture of something that they could use as a substitute to this as a dispensing.
Well, pixie
instrument.
sticks would work, but that looks too much like candy.
That's true.
But I'm saying, you could mix up
a whole pitcher.
A quantity of it.
A quantity. Yes, I could.
You'd have to do some math, though. That's the downside.
Oh, well, we don't want to get into that. I guess I'll just eyeball it.
See how it goes.
Out.
Yeah.
I sprinkled some into the tangerine drink, and so we'll just keep an eye on that. And TT,
I have indulged in Kiva Lost Farm Cannabis Infused Gummy. It is made with live resin, and it's raspberry flavored, quite delicious, and the strain is Wedding Cake.
Ooh.
And it is a 10 milligram gummy, and I did consume all 10 milligrams.
I love the packaging.
I know.
I'm surprised that passed muster in the state of New York.
Well, yeah.
It's quite lively.
It's
pretty.
It's very pretty. I like the colors.
I like the fonts they've used. Mm-hmm. Very nice, very nice.
It sort of harkens back to a simpler time.
Did I see them? Were they blue?
They're blue. Yeah, they're raspberry. I don't know why some raspberry is blue colored. Raspberry flavor
pretty
is
soon,
blue.
You're not going to have any dyes in anything, thanks to Rivka.
Oh, okay. And we probably won't have any fruit either. Any strawberries or berries because it's all coming from.
Yeah. But details. So, okay. So you've gummied it up, and I've had my little beverage enhancer, and I also, took a couple hits from a joint. Okay, I'll just own up to that
just
too.
Saying.
Just saying.
Well, I have to tell you, I am feeling this already. It's quite lovely. Maybe it's a little resin bump, but
little bumpity.
Yeah, I can. I'm starting to get a little numbness here.
She's getting lip. She's losing her lips, folks. You know what that means.
Lose lips, sink ships. But so I haven't done 10 in a while.
She hasn't done 10 in a while.
Done it.
Done.
Not consumed 10 milligrams. Quite some time.
Who's to know anymore? Our Closet Disco Queen podcast deals with legal adult cannabis use and is intended for entertainment purposes only for those 21 and older. So how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah. Your first week back?
My first week back. Yeah, things are moving along, I guess you could say.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, right? Spring, new life, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wow.
You got out and played in the dirt a little bit.
I didn't really. I
Yeah,
just
but,
walked
you know,
outside.
I know. Well,
to see. I
you
did.
got
You
to
know what I
walk
did? I
outside
picked up
at least.
sticks. I know. I picked up
Pick
sticks.
up sticks.
And I found a pile of dog dew.
Uh-oh. And it's worth noting, there is no dog living at the home.
No, there's not. But my dog will be there. But I can guarantee you
There will be no dog
there
dew.
will be no dog dew when we leave.
I understand.
Hubby's very
Meticulous.
meticulous about dog dew.
That's great. It's great to know.
He's meticulous about a lot of things.
He sure is. He's well, in the line
He's
of
an
work he was
engineer.
in. Correct. He has to be. You don't want a sloppy
Oh, yeah.
engineer. That
Well,
would not bode well.
That must be who built the Teslas, sloppy engineers.
Well, yeah, could
They're
be.
just blowing
Maybe.
up.
Well, you know.
Yeah, cut rate. Like fresh out of college.
Fresh out of college. So I have some great news. I heard this morning on the sports channel, the family sports channel, Annie scored her first soccer goal.
What?
In a tournament this morning, yeah.
That is amazing.
I was going to go and observe, but I was exhorted not to because it was freaking freezing.
Oh,
and the wind was whipping, and the tournament started at 8 and went until 1:30 this afternoon.
And the high today is expected to be what, 57 or something?
Maybe, but I think feels like it's probably closer to 30s.
Oh my
mid-30s,
God.
upper 30s.
Oh, especially at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So I was going to go, but
Did someone get it recorded on their phone?
Lauren was able to see it. She was right behind the goal when it happened.
That's
So
more important. Yes.
yes. So hoorah. Hoorah,
Hooray!
hoorah.
That is so exciting.
But I did escape the cold, so
Yeah. Well, I'm glad because you would be hurting today if you
it would be
were sitting out there in that
cold.
chill wind.
Yes. Yes.
And it was damp.
Yes, it's a damp wind. It's very
Yeah.
cold. It's not springy. Not springy at all. I did attend 2 softball games this week, though. Mia's on the school team, on the modified team. So that was fun. A whole different setting.
Different vibe, yeah.
Whole different vibe.
Is it different now that she's like she's always done rec leagues, right?
Rec and travel.
And this is rec and travel, but this is a school thing, right?
This is the yes, they play others. It's interscholastic.
Gotcha.
Scholastic.
Scholastic.
Intergalactic. It's interscholastic. I was getting that in my mind. I'm saying it wasn't intramural. It's not. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
That. And yeah, so I guess, a little tweakage to the rules and 4 outfielders, 7 innings, 5-run limit.
Okay. So this is high
per
school.
inning ish. Pre-high school.
Pre-high
I guess
school.
things
Okay.
change in JV
So,
again.
What do they call it?
It's just
Middle school.
they're in middle school.
Okay.
So that was exciting. So she's wearing the school colors, rah rah.
Oh.
So yes, and Bryn started playing soccer outside. So yes, spring is here. It's definitely
Yay,
here. We're into
spring
the
has
spring
sprung.
sports. Spring has sprung for sure. And we had our yard all hoovered up the other day.
Oh, you did. Oh,
So we also are without dog poo.
it's a nice place to be.
Oh my God, I'm telling you. There's so many sticks and
I know,
stuff
especially
from the
pine
trees.
things. Yeah.
Oh my
All
God.
the needles and
So much wind recently. I just can't get out. I don't remember it being this windy, for so long.
Right.
Like,
It's been
it's
a very
common.
windy spring. Yeah.
Even the winter was windy. It was windy. So whatever. No, there's nothing wrong. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry, you
Don't
little
worry.
thing. What is this supposed to be?
I don't know.
Cindy Lou Who or something?
I was trying to be festive.
It is festive. We've got a neon green feather sticking up in our soundproofing and fart noises coming from my partner. So I think she's feeling the gummy, folks. I'll attest to that. Yes, the gummy is effective. She's right on top of things.
Oh, goodness.
What's the latest but buzz? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows. What's the latest
So, what might your story be for today?
Well, this is a happy story.
Happy
It's good
story.
news.
Well, we can use some good news. That'd be
Yes,
nice.
there's been a lot of very strange news.
Strange news, yes.
News you don't know if you can believe. But this good news is new bipartisan bill.
Bipartisan bill.
Bipartisan bill is calling for federal cannabis legalization.
Whoa, bipartisan, you say?
Bipartisan, I do say, and I'm happy to report that our Hakeem Jeffries is
Yikes.
one of the sponsors, and Ohio Republican Dave Joyce, who is also co-chair of the Congressional Cannabis Congress.
Who would have thought there's a Congressional Cannabis Congress, the
right.
CCC?
And an Ohio Republican is
The chair of
apparently-
the CCC?
I don't think he's chair. He's co-chair.
Oh,
co-chair. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's chair. Anyway, they are pushing for this, saying that nearly all 50 states have legalized or enacted cannabis to some degree, bringing us closer to the inevitable end to federal cannabis prohibition. And so, since we seem to be moving in this direction, they are introducing what's called the PREPARE Act,
Mhm.
which stands for Post Prohibition Adult Use Regulated Environment. Okay.
What, you want to try that again?
Yeah.
I couldn't get prepare out of that. Okay, let's try again.
Post Prohibition.
Okay.
No, that's not prepare. Oh, sorry. I left out a few words.
All right.
I should have gone back another
Let's
sentence.
start over.
It's preparing regulators effectively for a post-prohibition adult use regulated environment. There it is.
Whoa. Who came up with
Prepare.
that? Prepare.
So, yeah. So
Wow, that
because
came out of
it looks
nowhere.
like they want to, all they're wanting to do right now is create a process for the government to establish regulations about it. So
Mhm.
what they want to do is get ahead of it and say, let's plan this out so that we have legislation, still respecting what, states' rights
are
and
doing.
everything.
Mhm.
Right. But they want to look at banking challenges,
Mhm.
barriers to research, all this kind of stuff.
Trade,
Yep.
interstate trade.
Right. All kinds of, opportunities.
Hmm.
So anyhow, we'll have to keep an eye on this. I don't know. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep track of everything, but we will make an effort to follow this right through.
Wow. I would not have bet on this at all. This
Me
came-
either.
What did they just pick something they thought they could work on together without blowing things up, I guess?
I don't know. Maybe this is compared to everything else that's going on. This seems like
Yeah, like where did
what's
this
the
come
big
from?
deal?
Yeah,
What's
this
the
is the
big
least of
deal?
our worries.
This is right.
People,
right?
let's help people get through this.
Yeah.
Good God. Well, TT, that was a timely article.
Yes.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Well, I
Exciting.
really did. I thought all was lost there for a while. At least we
Mhm.
wouldn't be hearing about it
Right.
so soon, 100
Mhm.
days in. Wow. Well, we'll see.
Well, I think it's, these two Congress people who are pushing it. It's not necessarily the White House agenda.
Oh, I didn't think anything could be done without it being part of the White House agenda.
Step right up to the foggy abyss where logic takes a holiday and facts go missed. You'll second guess your own good name. It's Latin adjacent, but no one knows the game. It's Cygnus, fat to us, the flicker of foolery, where you'll doubt what you knew with alarming cruelty. Rules, never heard of them, truth kinda loose. It's a guessing game and an existential noose. Could have called it Veritas Schmeritas. We confess our superstition of Maximus, but we like this mess. Fictus factum had a ring. Credo quid was cute, but nothing hits like Ignis Fatuus in a fancy fonted suit. So spin the tale, invent the clue. Your grip on reason's through. legit. Now play the damn game and question all of it.
TT, are you ready to play Tempest Fugit or whatever it's called?
Isn't it something ignoramus? No.
Ignis Matusis.
Ignis Fortunata.
But Ignis Fatuus.
Fatuous. Fatua.
Fatuous.
Okay.
Perpetua. Ignis Fatuus.
Ignis Fatuous.
Ignis Fatuus. Well, if we had listened to the song, we would know, right? Ignis Fatuus. I like that, right? The refrain. Okay, it's time to play our newest game. So I'm going to read 3 superstitions, 2 of which may be real. Well, as real as a superstition can be, or totally bullshit, like made up. Nobody else thought of this kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's 2 of something and 1 of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make it more difficult?
I don't think so. I mean, there's less chance of me guessing correctly. So I guess...
Isn't that making it more difficult?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I don't know what else you'd consider difficult. The measure of difficulty. Okay. Let's play.
No,
We'll try the easy game.
I thought you were... Never mind. Let's move forward.
Collect yourself.
Fewer guesses statistically reduce your odds. You are less likely to arrive at a correct conclusion. There is less time for informational adjustment. The outcome becomes less favorable. Ooh, fewer chances, greater risk. Ooh, feedback is what you miss. Strategy fades, uncertainty climbs. Should have studied game theory while you had the time.
Okay, here we go. Pointing at rainbows brings finger paralysis.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Tapping a foot to music invites good financial news.
Okay.
Mirrors facing each other opens a door for spirits.
Okay, that one's true.
Okay. All right. So TT has decided that the third
It's a valid superstition.
is a valid quote unquote superstition. So that leaves, is there another valid superstition, or are there 2 more bullshitty supervisions, I guess?
I think, what was the second one?
Tapping a foot to music invites good financial news.
Right. And then the other was about the rainbow.
Pointing at rainbows brings finger paralysis.
I'm going to say that last one is the only real one. I think the other 2 are made up.
Okay, so TT then believes pointing at rainbows brings finger paralysis is made up.
Made up. Really? Who thinks that?
People in Greece.
What?
Well, hey, don't kill the messenger. I'm just reading it. It's a Greek superstition.
Okay.
Good God. You were correct, however. Tapping a foot to music invites good financial news is a phony baloney
Okay.
superstition. But mirrors facing each other opens a door for spirits is a Mexican superstition.
I knew
And
that
you
one
knew
was
that was
real.
right.
I was just in Mexico.
Is that
Is
why
that
you knew it?
Coincidental?
I don't. Well, I'm asking you.
I think
Is
not.
it coincidental, or did you learn this there? Did you have mirrors facing each other, or did you walk by and
No, but somehow
you deduced?
it was imparted to me.
Oh, I get it. Probably through the tequila, the mezcal, the camarones.
Marijuana?
Oh, marijuana. Marijuana. So, a split decision, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. It's because I have to guess two of them correctly.
Yeah. Hence my question.
So I
Does
don't
that
get
make it
partial
more
credit.
difficult? And you said no. So I'm
I thought, okay, I'm
We're
going to
still
have to. I'm going
testing.
to have to explain this.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I thought we'd get away
Do you
with
want a
it, but
calculator?
No.
Okay.
I thought when you asked about it making it more difficult, I thought you meant, is it going to make it more difficult for you to pick one or the other? Not, is it going to make it more difficult for you to win?
For me to pick one or the other.
Me.
For you to pick one or the other.
Are you lost?
I don't understand your logic.
It's okay.
Maybe when I
Most
edit
people
this,
don't.
it'll come back to me. It'll be clear. When
They're
I'm
two different
clear-headed.
things. Okay. Must I explain?
Okay.
They are two different things.
Okay. The only question was, would that make it more difficult? Does that make it more difficult? And you said no.
It doesn't make it more difficult for me to consider. It just makes it more difficult for me to
answer
win.
correctly.
No, because I am answering correctly when I lose. At least sometimes. I'm 50% correct.
That's true.
Right?
Yes.
So, you see what I'm getting at?
Yes. It only is incrementally more difficult.
Well, it's in a different way.
I understand.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be playing this much.
We didn't think it through.
I thought it through, but I don't think I apparently did not think it through 100%. So
I like the
we'll
game.
say-
I
well,
like it.
She likes it. Hey, Mikey. We'll see. We'll see if it ever comes back or not.
Okay.
If you have a query, my dearie, that can't be answered by Siri, turn to Mary Jane in your time of need. She's got all the answers about weed. Whoa, weed.
Are you ready for this week's question?
Oh, I'm waiting with
Bated
bated breath.
breath. Let's see what the query was. What's the query, my dearie?
Hi Mary Jane, what role might cannabis play in managing life transitions like empty nest syndrome or retirement?
Oh, honey, pull up a chair. This is such an important conversation. Life transitions like empty nest syndrome or retirement can hit like a surprise wave. Even when you see it coming, it still knocks you off your feet a little. There's a lot to process. Grief, excitement, boredom, anxiety, rediscovery. And cannabis, when used thoughtfully, can be a really powerful tool to help you navigate it all without feeling like you're free-falling into the great unknown. Here's how cannabis can play a role. Helping with emotional ups and downs. Empty nest and retirement often stir up feelings we didn't expect. Sadness, loneliness, even guilt for feeling happy about newfound freedom. Cannabis, particularly CBD-rich strains or low-dose THC products, can take the edge off those emotional swings. It's not about numbing out. It's about giving yourself a little breathing room to feel without being overwhelmed. Reducing stress and anxiety. Suddenly having more time or facing major changes can make your mind race. Light cannabis use can calm that internal chatter. It can give you the space to think things through without spiraling into, what am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? Territory. Enhancing sleep transitions bring restless nights. You're processing big feelings, changes in your identity, your daily routine, and that can steal your sleep. Certain cannabis strains, especially indica-dominant ones or products with CBN, that's a minor cannabinoid that's fantastic for sleep, can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer without reaching for sleeping pills. Inspiring creativity and rediscovery. Cannabis can open up that playful, curious part of your brain again, the part that dreams about new hobbies, adventures, or even career pivots. After decades of being in responsibility mode, a little cannabis can help you tap back into what lights you up. Painting, gardening, writing, even just sitting outside and soaking in the sunset can suddenly feel rich and meaningful again. Facilitating connection, whether it's reconnecting with your partner, making new friends, or simply getting more in tune with yourself, cannabis has a way of softening walls and helping conversations flow more easily. It can be a bridge when you're trying to figure out what your new world looks like and who you are within it. Like anything else, cannabis is a tool, not a solution in itself. It works best when paired with intentional living, exploring new interests, finding community, moving your body, letting yourself grieve and dream at the same time. Start slow, listen to your body, and use cannabis as a companion, not a crutch. This next chapter of life isn't just about filling time, it's about reclaiming it. Cannabis, when used mindfully, can help you feel more at home in yourself as you figure out who this next powerful version of you is going to be. And trust me, you're just getting started.
Oh my God, that's so inspiring.
It was a very,
Yeah.
yes.
Very sensitive to what it's like.
Absolutely. I think she hit a couple of really strong points.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
What resonated with you most?
I think the part about the empty nest, where you're kind of grieving a loss, but you're also like, wee!
Yes.
That resonated. And the retirement thing, okay, what am I supposed to be doing now? And now I have to make a big decision right now about what I'm doing for the rest of my life. That's what it, the kind of pressure it feels like.
Right.
So that resonated. And cannabis definitely helps to slow that stuff down.
Oh yeah, all the chitty chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things about cannabis for me is just being without all the distractions, the noise, the old voices.
Right. Just being able to be present.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In your own head.
Right.
No, I agree. That's a biggie. And I've also found that renewed interest in creativity. And like this past week, I was seriously giving thought to resuming my photography habit.
Oh, wonderful.
So
You are such a
I enjoy
gifted
photography.
photographer.
I really do. I enjoy it quite a bit. So, cleaning my camera, getting that all squared away, charging up my batteries, and being maybe a little intentional about
Right.
where I might want to go and shoot.
Right. Yeah.
just and
you can get on your electric bike.
I know. I charge my bike
and
up.
just
The weather this coming week is supposed to be a little less wet.
Mhm.
So we'll see, and less warm. So it's going to be, probably perfect biking weather. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So, and I do find that has allowed me to really seriously reconsider that.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll
you
see.
know.
I was also looking at a new gadget for the iPhone. It's a handle, a battery pack handle that also controls the shutter, but it's with a Leica camera.
Wow.
You have to use it with a Leica app.
Oh my goodness.
So it makes your iPhone act and able to take photos like a Leica.
God. That's
and certain lenses,
crazy.
Leica lenses. So that's just coming out on the market. So we'll see.
That is so cool.
We'll see, because they're powerful cameras in and of themselves. But I do have a Canon, a pretty nice Canon. So I'll get that all buffed up and ready to go.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. Then the birds are back.
Mm-hmm.
They were a little pissed off because it's been a year or two. Well, 2.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right after Sue died. Yeah,
Oh, right.
So I got those all reconfigured. The dog had chewed up parts of the bird buddy, but thank God for 3D printing and people that are creative.
So amazing.
Yep. So able to just plug that right back in. That's working. And then I have several other feeders, but they're teaching me a little lesson this week. Yeah. Okay. Right. Whatever.
You're
we're
not
just
at the
gonna
top
come
of our
running
list
back?
anymore.
No way. You're going to have to be really, really nice to us. So we'll see. Plus, it's so freaking windy out.
Oh, poor things.
I know.
How
They can
do
barely hover.
Yeah, right. How can you
40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah,
Coming in
can't
for landing.
fly in there.
I don't know. So all good points for Mary Jane this week.
Yes.
Like, really, it's all about taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if cannabis can be part of that, then why not?
I think sometimes too, we've been doing so much in our lives, right? And now we can take a breath. And that feeling can feel really uncomfortable because we're not used to it,
True.
And so then what we might do is say, okay, I have to fill up my time rather than just getting comfortable with
Being present.
having downtime.
Yeah, and right. And not running 83 miles an hour.
Right. And enjoying that.
That's true. Well, I'm all for that. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I had all these big plans for yesterday, and I was like, meh, no.
I think everyone in the Capital District felt
It
that
was
way
rainy
because
yesterday.
it was
just yuck.
it was
brutal.
Yeah.
Nasty. Well, it did pour.
Yeah, it did.
Or like the Dickens.
Sure
And
did.
it was supposed to be like that all day. And it really wasn't like that all day. But it was bleak enough that it threatened all day.
Well, yeah. Well, and we got a couple downpours that you didn't get.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It wasn't the best headspace.
No,
Didn't
it was
provide the best
you
headspace.
know what it was a good day for was just curling up under a blanket with a book and
Yes, and I
chilling out.
continue watching Port Protection, Alaska.
Gary's gone now, and I shed a tear. Didn't think survival TV could hit me right here. The one-armed Mexicans filleting with flair. No hands to spare, but that fish doesn't care. Mary built a smokehouse calm as a saint, while Curly's hauling lumber with wool socks restraint. Sam's dropping trees while the bears leave tracks, and I'm 12 episodes deep, just trying to relax.
Did I mention
That's
this
like growing
before?
up with your good
I don't think I did on the podcast, but yes, I started by. I hadn't been watching network television in years. I've been streaming and pretty much just whatever. So while we were with the children in Utica and Cooperstown, I got on. Must have been Disney Plus somehow, or the History Channel, something with this reality type show set in Alaska. These quirky people living in this little teeny godforsaken village that you can only reach by plane or boat. And now I'm sucked in.
And they are your friends.
They are my friends. I refer to them by their first names. Tina knows who they are. Yes, I'm in. Oh, good Lord, I'm in the 5th season.
Oh my goodness!
It's pathetic. It's really sad.
It's been like 2 weeks.
I know, but that's all I've been watching.
How long is each episode?
45 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do think I could trap a mink. Also think
that's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
When we're all living in Canada.
Yeah, you have to learn how to fend for yourself. And I also think I could fell a tree.
You think you could fall a tree?
I think I could. I know how to point it in the right direction to make it fall
It's not
where
like
I
on
want it to
the
go.
cartoons where you make like a V.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it
and
is. Okay.
That's how you point it.
But you got to know how to point the V.
No, you got to take a big look. Take a peek at all your environs.
And think about how tall that tree is and where it might land.
Where it might land. Yeah. What it might land on.
Math again.
I know. I'm not fishing, of course. I do like fishing. No problem. I don't know if I could shoot a gun. But I guess if you had to eat, to feed yourself, you had to go hunting.
I might be able to do that, but I would definitely not want to have to dress that
No, see,
down or
that's the
whatever you
thing.
call it.
But people do. All right, so I suppose you could barter for those types of things. You
that's
could like
true.
trade some of that stuff off because people do. They use whatever their strengths are to help their neighbors,
I
which
don't
is
know
really
what I
nice.
would barter.
Oh, you got to use what you got.
I got nothing.
Just saying, it's
Nothing of
there aren't that
value.
many women folk up that way. Just at least that want to be on camera. Although they did introduce a new character this week. It's just I can't.
No.
There are just many different people on this program, and it is entertaining. These people, but they have to. They're definitely very independent.
They're independent, but they're in community.
Correct. They do. They are reliant upon one another. The
Right,
community,
right.
the individual could not survive without the community.
Right.
And it's
But there's
there's
still
no
rugged
municipality either.
individualist.
Oh, correct.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they do have mail delivery and that kind of stuff, but
Okay.
it's by plane
Mhm.
because there are no roads to get to them. But it's really quite interesting. Well, obviously, I've spent the last chunk of my life watching it.
PhD by now.
I can, yeah, I know. I could tell you, how to catch a haddock. Is it haddock? Flounder.
Oh, the ones that goes
The flat ones.
sideways. Yeah.
They go like, they can get really big. They can pull a
Right.
man over if you're not paying attention. Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying. Sometimes you got to hog tie one of them because they could flip you right out of the boat. Yep.
Wow.
Out of the skiff.
You're sounding like a native now.
Everybody's got a skiff. You have to have a skiff.
Okay.
At least, at the very least. The people who are serious about fishing also have a fishing vessel.
Ah,
It could be 100 years old and look that way.
I was going to
and
say
act that way.
motorized.
These people are also very, very inventive.
Oh, yeah. Resourceful. Yeah.
Extremely. Nothing goes to waste.
Mhm.
Everything is repurposed. Anything that would be considered trash here
Mm-hmm.
is repurposed up there. So it is quite interesting, like building incinerators and trash compactors
And how, yeah.
wind power,
So
solar.
those engineers come in handy.
Yeah, but these are all just simple folk
Yeah. Well, yeah, they haven't got an engineering degree,
who
but
fled
engineers aren't
fled
made.
fled the South. So, just
The South being
the
us.
South being, yes, the lower 48, that would be us, or Canada.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the South too.
Yeah. So, very interesting. So, I would recommend that.
I tried to get Honey to watch it.
Well, I'm sure it didn't last very long.
I might.
I think his intellect might prohibit him from being able to sit there mindlessly watching things like I do. So, just saying.
Oh.
I'll give him that. Anything going on for you this week? We
have lunch on Wednesday.
Yes, we do, with a classmate. That'll be fun. And maybe I'll get to see the twin babies again this week. They did stop by for a visit. I was unavailable. However.
Oh, well. Oh, you said they change every week.
They
so.
do. Pretty soon they'll be driving over here. So
Oh, dear.
I'll have Sue in the back seat. We'll see. So maybe I can squeeze in a visit and maybe play a little golf. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Play with my son. It'd be nice. I haven't played golf with him in long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's got to be 6 years. Wow. If not longer. Yeah. So we'll see what the week brings, folks. I hope everybody has a good week. TT, I hope you have a great week.
Why, thank you, my dear. And same to you.
Yes. Oh, and we have a first communion next Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
My youngest granddaughter.
Big.
Last one.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
Big family gathering.
Yes. So we'll be looking forward to that. So everybody have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us at the Closet Disco Queen podcast. Grab a brownie or doobie, pass us to your friends, and be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review, as it helps others find us. Peace out.
They're forming a commission. It's got a long name. Something about justice and changing the game. They're talking about weed, but it's all very fair. They're calling it the Prayer Act, baby, so let's be aware. Prepare, prepare. We should be prepared. Are we prepared? Were you prepared? From prohibition to regulation, it's time to switch gears. Adult use cannabis could finally calm our fears. But don't light up yet. First they gotta compare. Pathways, frameworks, buzzwords, baby. Government flair. Prepare, prepare. We should be prepared. Are we prepared? Were you prepared?